Cry o Balintawak. Topic 4.
Introduction. The Cry of Balintawak occurred on August 26, 1896. The cry defined as the turning point when the Filipinos finally refused Spanish colonial dominion over the Philippine Islands. With the tears in their eyes, the people, as one man, pulled out their cedulas and tore them into pieces. It was the beginning of the formal declaration of the separation from Spanish rule. Long live the Philippine Republic, the cry of the people. Leading Philippine newspapers published articles about the public argument between Guillermo Masangkay and Dr. P. Valenzuela regarding the cry in the late 1920s and early 1930s. Here, the Masangkay side of the argument is provided in two sections. A draft of an essay discovered among the Masangkay documents that appeared in the La Opinion edition of December 6, 1929, served as the foundation for Part 1. Part 2 is based on a draft of an article written in reaction to Valenzuela's claim that the cry of Balintawak did not occur on August 26, 1896 as reported in the La Vanguardia. Guillermo Masangkay signed every page of this section's original copy, and the author has added italics to emphasize the certain of points.
General Guillermo Masangkay, the Clan of Balintawak. He designated to build the KKK in Cavite. He played a key role in the Filipino-American War as a revolutionary general. First version, August 26, 1896, Sunday Tribune, first decade of American occupation. Second version, August 23, 1896, Bagong Buhay. Changed back on August 26, 1896 by his granddaughter Soledad Bueller Borromeo.
Guillermo Masangkay's account, the first cry happened in Balintawak on August 26, 1896. Masangkay's account is used by the government and civil officials to fix the date and place the first cry in the first decade of American rule. Cape, the reaction and the monument of the heroes of 1896. Newspapers are published Bagong Buhay on August 26, 1957. Masangkay changed his narrative stating that the revolution began on August 23, 1896, similar to Dr. Pio Valenzuela. Masangkay date was changed again when his granddaughter Soledad Bueller Borromeo cited the sources included Masangkay's papers that the original date was August 26.
An officer of the Spanish Guardia Civil, Lieutenant Oligario Diaz, stated that the cry took place in Balintawak on August 25, 1896. Historian Teodoro Calao, in his 1925 book, The Filipino Revolution, wrote that the event took place during the last week of August 1896 at Kangkong, Balintawak. The document is written in Kangkong, Balintawak, although the event also happened in Kangkong, Balintawak.
In 1954, Gregorio stated in his book that the cry took place in Balintawak on August 26, 1896. According to General Santiago Alvarez, a member of the Katipunan, they traveled to Kangkong, where Apolonio Samson's home is located, then to Bahay Turo, owned by Melchora Aquino, also known as Cabezang Melchora, in Balintawak, where a meeting was held by Andres Bonifacio and attended by Katipuneros. According to Teodoro Calao's 1925 book, The Filipino Revolution, the event took place during the last week of August 1896 in Kangkong, Balintawak.
According to Dr. Milagros Guerrero, Ramon Villegas, and Emmanuel Encarnacion, stated that all these mentioned places are the part of Balintawak, and Quezon City during the Spanish regime is still not an existing place. Guillermo Masangkay is an eyewitness of the historic event. Events according to Masangkay. August 26, 1896. Meeting held in Balintawak at the house of Apolonio Samson. Among those who attended were Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Jacinto, and Agueldo del Rosario. 9 a.m. August 26. Meeting was opened with Andres Bonifacio presiding and Emilio Jacinto acting as secretary. The purpose was to discuss when the uprising was to take place.
Andres Bonifacio argues with the other leaders about starting the revolt too early and leave. Andres Bonifacio, upon leaving the meeting, gave a fiery speech and the people shouted, "Revolt!" After the speech, they all tear their cedulas, tax certificate. After the pledge and tearing of cedulas, Andres Bonifacio returned to the session hall and informed the leaders of what took place outside.
Despite their differences, they all voted for revolution and outside the people shouted, "Long live the Philippine Republic." At 5 p.m., while the gathering at Balintawak were celebrating, guards up in the trees gave a warning that the Spaniards were coming. Andres Bonifacio then led them to prepare for the attack by the civil guards.